Well, good afternoon. This is Mike Tillis. I'm at the casino for the Business Expo. I hope you learned something. I'm at the opening of the event here, and I got a couple of young women down here. Tell me who you are.
My name is Amber Sadler, and I am a student from West Shore Community College. We are with the Future Business Leaders Club, and we are just here at the Business Expo to help work and do whatever is needed.
And how many exhibits do we have?
Oh, I don't know, a lot.
100?
Probably.
Okay.
About.
All right, good. What should I look for? Does West Shore have a booth?
Yes, we do have. We have a big booth out there.
I'll look for it. Thank you.
All right, thank
down
you.
here.
I got Manistee at the Manistee County booth. Tell me, who are you and why are you here today?
I'm Tom Kaminsky. I'm the County Controller Administrator, and I'm here, and we're here representing the county, mainly because we want to just become more visible. This morning, the kids were here. We had various jobs available. Jill Novak, the county clerk, was here, registering high school kids to vote. Those are registered about 30-some kids. So we're just trying to make ourselves more visible and make the county.
Did the kids enjoy talking to you?
Well, I wasn't here for that part of the morning, but I know that Jill enjoyed talking to the kids, and some of the other staff from my office was here, as well as our jail administrator, and now we have our county board vice chair and one of our sheriff deputies, Mr. Belsky, is here.
So, what kind of jobs are available with the county?
Well, mainly right now, I think there's a few job openings in the sheriff's department. Most of the other jobs within the courthouse are pretty much filled, but we do have retirements and resignations from time to time. So I ask people just to kind of watch the newspaper.
So you could go put your application in, and maybe you get called.
Well, especially in the sheriff's department right now, I know there's corrections officer jobs available.
So that's about 2 years of training to do that?
How long to become a corrections officer? I mean, do you have to have training?
You do have to have your corrections tech or your corrections officer certification. You can get that at Northwestern up in Traverse City or at another academy that they assign you to go to.
And what is your name?
Deputy Jake Bielski.
Okay. So you like being a deputy?
Love it.
How fast does that car go? You got the van out there, is that yours?
No, that van's not mine. I have the patrol car, the SUV.
How fast will it go?
I heard it goes about 127, but I haven't confirmed that yet. So.
You better.
Yeah.
Do you know how fast it'll go?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it'll go faster than that, I can guarantee it. Okay, hey, thank you. I'm going to go down one level. I got a man down here from Shelby Bank. Tell me, who are you and what's going on?
Right, so I'm Jeff LaPrade, and I'm the branch manager at Shelby State Bank here in Manistee.
And whereabouts are you located?
We're located right on the highway by McDonald's, right out in front of the old Kmart Plaza.
Okay, yeah. And what's your product you're trying to tell people about?
We're a hometown bank. I mean, we have 10 different branches all the way from Muskegon up to Manistee. So we basically offer any type of banking product, any type of banking
car loans, house loans.
We do mortgage loans, we do car loans. We have a commercial lender at the Manistee office as well. So
what about investments? Somebody doesn't want to necessarily borrow money, but he wants to.
Yep, and we do have all investment products available.
Tell me about what some of them might be, because I don't know.
Say that again.
What are some investments that you would be handling?
Well, we have CDs, money markets, CDs, and we have those type of investments. I'm not exactly sure what we actually all of them, because I'm brand new. I just started at the bank about a month ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, we offer anything that any type of service that you're going to be looking for in a banking. We're here to help you with those products. But we think we're a good bank because we're still a small town bank. We pride ourselves in doing things with the community. That's why we're here today. We'd like to be a part of the community. So yeah.
Okay, hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm at another booth. Tell me, ma'am, who are you and what are you pushing?
My name is Paula Zinker. I am the mother of the Susan Zinker who owns this horse farm. And
How come you're doing all the talking?
she's tired of talking. But anyway, she has a horse farm and she has a horse business on her farm.
Well, I've been watching this video. You got some nice horses there.
Oh yeah,
Well,
big nice horses.
but you got sleigh bell. I wonder, where'd you get the snow this year? You don't have any snow.
It was a gift from God.
Oh, yeah. So, what do you do to entertain people who want to come to your farm?
Well, they can hold horses, they can groom them, they can help get them ready.
Then they can go on a ride on a sleigh bell.
That's
or
right.
something.
In the
So-
wintertime with sleigh bells, yes.
Now, tell me, where are you?
We're
At county line.
5 miles north of the Benzie-Manistee County line on Wallaca Road.
Okay, so but you got to be right on the highway because I was looking for that road. And I said, oh, there you are, right there. You're right on the highway.
Not her, she's off the highway.
She's right on the highway. I'm not.
Okay, so explain that to me.
All right. Go to the Benzie-Manistee County Line Road 602. Turn right. Go about a mile and a half. And on your left will be Wallaca Road. And you take Wallaca Road all the way down there. You can't miss the farm. It's the only horse farm on that road.
And how many horses do you have?
We have 6 draft horses and a mascot pony.
What is a draft horse?
Draft horses, any horse that pulls equipment.
Like
or
the ones
wagons.
I'm looking at here?
Yes. See, there's our mascot pony right there. The little guy.
Okay.
So, my biggest one goes 2,300 pounds, and the rest of them go around 2,000 pounds.
Now, to me, that sounds like a lot of horse, but I don't.
It is.
It is.
Can be.
Yeah. Except in your foot.
Yeah, it can be. You just don't let them know they're bigger than you.
Okay, yeah. And I see you got a free ride dog in there. I saw that.
Yeah, freeloading dog. The dog lives to ride.
So, to give me an idea, what does a big Holstein weigh?
A big Holstein? They gotta go like 12 or 1,500, I think.
So this is maybe another 1,000 pounds.
Yes.
Good grief. Okay.
Big girls, big boys.
And when they say hay burners, they're right?
Yes. They are hay burners. They burn hay for energy. So if I want them to pull the wagon, I gotta feed them hay.
So I see you got horses here. And how much hay are you going to give, say, a horse a day? Would that be like a half a bale?
About 20 pounds to 25 pounds a day is what they should have to keep a nice,
Whether they're working or not.
whether they're working or not. If they're working extra hard, I give them a little extra. If it's cold, I give them all they want.
Sure.
If we get sub-zero weather, they can have whatever they like.
Yeah, they don't have a problem with the cold, do they, the horses?
Only if the wind's blowing. The wind ruffles their hair and steals their heat.
Huh. So what do you do then?
Give them a place to get out of the wind and feed them more hay.
I see. What else do you want to tell me?
Can't think of anything else to say except with horses, I'm going to give you a little saying that I heard. You feed them money and you poop them work. They poop work. You feed them money and they poop work.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Now, when I was out to your farm, there was a guy with a John Deere came out there.
Yeah.
He was telling me, was he hooked up with you?
That was Butch. He's a friend of the family.
Okay. So one good John Deere would do the work of how many horses?
Say the question again.
One good John Deere would work with how many horses?
A pot of gold. If you can guess how many coins are in the pot
I don't know. I
you'll
couldn't
be a
answer that
winner,
question.
and it will make it for you
John
with
Deere
real
season.
cash.
The difference with the
Thank
John
you for
Deere,
attending.
it can go all day. Horses, you gotta stop and give them a break. So.
And John Deere in the wintertime, it just parks. It just sits there.
No, it doesn't sit there.
Well, you don't have to give it any
No,
grass.
right. But because I don't have to feed it hay, right. I get it.
All right. Yeah. Well. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. I'm in another booth, Century 21. Who are you, and what are you doing here today?
Hi there, Mike. I'm Debbie Nail, Century 21 Boardwalk, real estate agent for Manistee and Onekama, and I help people sell and purchase real estate.
Okay, so you are in the land, not houses?
We do both.
Oh, you do both?
Yep,
Okay.
residential, commercial, and vacant land.
Okay, now this big photograph, obviously that's got to be Manistee.
Yes.
Oh, there's a CoStar station. Okay.
Yep. And then we have Harbor Village right here.
Uh-huh.
And we have quite a few
I'm originally
listings there
from
that
downstate,
we can sell.
I used to go
We have
Okay.
the channel,
all the time.
of course, the Manistee River,
We used to go, I went with him and his wife.
and of course First Street
Fish
Beach.
fries on Friday.
Okay.
So it's a
Went to
great
Vegas.
picture.
So is this event going pretty good for you?
Yeah, actually, I have to say that 2016, 2017 has been the best year for the Century 21 Boardwalk since before the bubble burst.
Husband and son both are
So
crazy
it's actually
fishermen.
going from a
Yeah,
buyer's
but they're
market to a seller's market right now.
Okay.
We're kind of on the cusp of that. And so if anyone's even thinking slightly about selling their house, this is the perfect time to
Now, what's this
list.
news yesterday about interest rate for the Fed? What I read an article, I still didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, the prime rate has gone up just a little bit. But I just recently talked to a lender here at the Expo, and he assured me that this does not affect
Medical Center. We're happy to be
loan
at this
rates
year's
whatsoever.
Expo.
Okay.
Stop by
Thank
our booth and
I'm at the Filer Credit Union. Got to keep track where I am. Got a couple women. Tell me, who are you?
I'm Jenny Jans, Operations Manager.
And I'm Kim, the loan manager.
Okay, and how's the expo going for you?
Pretty well. Yeah, we're.
What sets you apart as a bank or a credit union?
Well, we're different from a bank, whereas our members, they are owners in our company. They're not. Where a bank has shareholders, it's member owned.
Okay, and how do you get to be a member?
You come on in, you bring your ID and your $5 to start the account, and you're good. You're golden.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I'm at the Bohm Family Chiropractic, and I got a lady down here representing them. Who are you, and what's your job?
Hi, I'm Dr. Kim Anderson. I'm one of the chiropractors at Bohm Family Chiropractic. We offer chiropractic services to the community. We treat patients from infants up until patients into their 90s. So we help people with pain and with staying healthy, and we appreciate being a part of your healthy and active lifestyle.
Tell me, chiropractic care is not the same as it was 50 years ago.
In a lot of ways, it's very similar. What we do is help your nervous system to function at its absolute best. So that has stayed the same with chiropractic care. Some of the changes that have come about in the past 50 years are that insurances pay for our services. A lot of insurances pay for our services now, which gives more people access to chiropractic care, which is wonderful. So chiropractic is not just about pain relief, it's also about keeping your nervous system functioning at its best and keeping you healthy.
Well, I went to the chiropractor, you guys, and they x-rayed me standing up. Why do you do that?
The difference between
Hang on,
x-ray...
just a minute. Let's wait for that. Okay, like I said, you do x-rays standing up. Why is that?
Well, the reason we do x-rays standing up is because we want to look at your overall spinal alignment. We're not just looking to see if there are fractures or dislocations. We want to see, if you have hips that are uneven, if you have one leg that's longer than the other. And those are the kind of things you can't see on an x-ray if you're laying down. So we get more information from an x-ray with patients standing.
Now, I'm looking at, there's a representative of a skeleton over there. Do you do the x-ray straight on, or do you do the sideways and everything?
We do both. X-rays, you always do x-rays at 90 degrees to each other, so that because you're taking a picture of something in 2 dimensions, that's the 3-dimensional thing. So what we want to do is get perspective. If we find something, we want to know, is it in front of the spine, is it behind the spine? So we take at least 2 x-rays of each region so we know exactly what's going on
So
with it.
then you do like the front and the back?
So we would take one from the front and one from the side.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to tell me?
I think we've covered it pretty well.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm at the United Way booth. Tell me, who are you?
Lisa Spencer,
Lisa, and what office are you from?
United Way of Manistee County.
And where are you located?
We're located at 449 River Street, right downtown Manistee.
Okay, and what are some of the services? I could probably read stuff here. Tell me what you do.
We fund agencies and initiatives primarily based around our 3 building blocks of education, health, and family financial stability.
Okay, and so tell me what that means. One at a time.
Solid education, education programs, education-based learning, family financial stability, health programs.
So is this counseling, or do you give people money, or what?
We fund agencies and initiatives. We don't give the money directly to the individuals.
Okay. Now what is, I saw some over there, 211. What is that?
211 we look at as kind of a non-emergency.
I'm going to come in on it. There it is. Okay.
211 is the non-emergent counterpart to 911. Say you've gotten an eviction notice. You dial 211, they're going to give you a list of all rent resources in your area.
Okay.
You've got a utility shut off or need groceries. You call 211 and they're going to give you a list of all utility assistance. They'll give you a list of all local food pantries.
Oh, okay. So you can help people out with resources.
It is a huge resource network.
This is Chris from the Spicer Group in
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm at the 5 Cap Incorporated booth, and tell me, who are you?
I'm Austin Garcia, and I work for 5 Cap.
Okay, in the Manistee office?
I work in actually the main office in Scottville, but we do have a Manistee office, we have a Newego office, we have a Lake office, and obviously a Mason
And
County.
where are you located in Manistee?
On 1st Street.
Right, almost at the fire station.
Yep, almost at the fire station.
A little farther.
Yep.
So what are you doing for people who qualify for your services?
Well, we do many different things. What we're known for is Head Start and Early Head Start for low-income families that help them advance. We do a program where people learn curriculum to get a head start in kindergarten.
Hang on.
So our
All right, you may continue.
Our Head Start program helps kids learn the curriculum for kindergarten so they can be prepared for later in life. Also, services we do for low-income families is the food distribution. We usually have distribution every month, either for seniors or for low-income families. We do energy assistance right now for metered, meaning like natural gas or electric, or we do propane deliverables like wood and pellets.
Okay, so you're helping with heating and things like that?
Yep. We help with heating right now. The big thing is tax preparation. We're in tax time. We do taxes for low-income families. We do the short form. We do mostly tax credits like property tax credit and home heating credit. But we also can do different things like pensions. We also do pensions. Another thing we do is weatherization. Weatherization is pretty big right now because we're in the winter and people...
Of course.
What was that?
Yeah.
Weatherization is pretty big right now because we have cold air coming in, heat leaving. We want to keep that heat in there and warm up our house. So that's kind of the program I run at 5 Cap is weatherization. And we're looking for new applicants every day and no cost to the consumers. And we'll get an inspector out there and find out where we can save you some energy.
Hey, thank you. I'm at the Armory project, Nathan Carpenter. What's going on at the Armory?
So right now we are doing some renovations. We're cutting up some of the walls to put in a bathroom and getting on some of the final touches to get ready for this June.
June?
Yep.
So what's going on in June? This is March, April, May, June. It's not very far away.
Sure. In June we'll be opening our doors to the public and be having teens coming into the center.
And you're going to start out with how much activity a day?
From 10 to 3 o'clock, and that'll be during the day right at the Armory.
And you're going to be doing what? Sitting around talking?
Nope, we're going to have different activities, different events sports. There'll be after-school tutoring once the fall starts, and then we'll be also having different opportunities where the kids can just come in and hang out with their friends.
Tutoring sounds like it's quite adventurous. Tell me, what kind of tutoring?
Tutoring in any subject. So in math, history, science, English, we'll have tutors there to be able to work with the kids once the fall starts.
The tutors are all volunteers, right?
Yep, all volunteers.
Okay, great. What else do you want to tell me about the Armory?
We're just really excited to be here, and if you would want more information, you can just go online on Facebook or on our website at armoryyouthproject.com.
Okay, thank you. I'm at a new booth at Michigan Veterans Alliance, and tell me who you are, Reverend.
I'm Reverend Douglas Welch, and I'm the president of the Michigan Veterans Alliance. And we're a nonprofit 501(c) corporation registered with the federal government and the state of Michigan. And
so what is your purpose? Obviously you're going to help veterans, but what do you do?
Well, we are boots on the ground, hands on, and we do everything that a veteran needs to be done.
Wait. Okay, let's get going again. Continue with your statement.
My name's Reverend Douglas Welch. I'm the president of Michigan Veterans Alliance, and we're a 501(c) nonprofit corporation registered with the IRS in the state of Michigan. We do everything we can to help veterans navigate the benefits highway and find out every benefit that they're qualified for and assist them in getting them.
How does somebody get a hold of you?
We have our cards, and we have a Facebook page, and we have a email at Outlook.com, Michigan Veterans Alliance at Outlook.com.
Okay, that should be pretty easy.
Yep.
Okay, hey, thank you. I'm at the Forest Service Department of Agriculture booth. Tell me, who are you?
I'm Paul Thompson. We work for the Forest Service right here in Manistee. And the Forest Service is the world's largest conservation organization. We have a multi-use mission, so we provide recreational opportunities, we provide management for wildlife and rare species, plants, archaeology. We have foresters and silviculturalists that help to keep our forests healthy and also to provide timber for the growing country.
Well, how are you different than, say, the Michigan they got state forest?
The Forest Service is federal, and so we have forests across the nation, and then we do a lot of fire protection also.
Now,
so similar but different.
The forest is from Lake Michigan to Lake Huron. That's a federal forest, right?
Right. Yep. It's the Huron Manistee National Forest. So we border both lakes, Huron and Lake Michigan.
Now, can you go from one lake to the other without crossing public land?
I'm sure you could, yep.
Okay. You have a great day. Thank you. I'm only probably going to talk to 10% of the booth.
I don't want to get in your way.
You're okay. I'm at the Chemical Bank, Manistee. Tell me, who are you and what's your job?
I'm Janet Duchan, manager at Chemical Bank in Manistee.
And where are you located?
We're located on the corner of 1st and 31 at the traffic light.
Okay. And what's your big push for Expo?
Our big push for Expo? We are actually here this morning for a job fair for juniors and seniors in high school. And this afternoon it's more focused on business. We are here to represent Chemical Bank with great pride. We are a community bank. We are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. We're a full service bank. We can help you with all of your banking needs, personal and business.
How many, are all your banks in Michigan?
Actually, that's an interesting question, Mike. They used to be, but now we actually merged with Talmer Bank out of the southeastern part of Michigan. And with that merger, we spill over a little bit into Indiana and Ohio.
But you're still Chemical Bank?
Oh, yes, we are still Chemical Bank.
How many branches do you have?
Currently, we have about 86 branches.
More than I thought. Okay. What else do you want to tell me about Chemical Bank?
Just come and see us. We're a full service bank. We focus on community. We're really involved in our communities. We are all local service. We make local decisions. and we'd be happy to have you stop in.
I think I see in various places your big banner and chemical T-shirts and stuff.
Yes, that's called Chemical Cares Day. We're involved in Chemical Cares every Columbus Day throughout the year. All of our banks, one time a year, get together and we decide on public service. We pick somebody that we want to do a service for, and since it's a federal holiday, the banks are closed anyway, and we do that service on Columbus Day.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm at another booth, Boyer Family Dentistry. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Jamie Boyer. I am the dentist at Boyer Family Dentistry. We are located on the corner of 8th Street and 31.
8th and 30. What did that office used to be?
The office used to be Dr. Rick Bobbian's office. So he retired, so I took over from him in last April in 2016, and we're just having a great year.
So you're here with the other people who were working here?
Yes, that was Mary, my receptionist. And then we also have 2 hygienists and 2 assistants.
What's the latest in dentistry?
Latest in dentistry, there's so much. Ranging from non-metal crowns to Invisalign with braces. There's just so much. A lot of laser therapy, so surgery's easier, and just a lot of great up-and-coming things.
So how long have you been a dentist?
I've been a dentist for the last 3 years, and I've been in the dental field for the last 15.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm at a new booth, Spicer Group, and I got a man here. Tell me, who are you?
My name is Pat Bentley.
And where's your office?
Our office is at 302 River Street.
Right downtown.
You're right downtown. You got it.
And okay, I know where your office is. You have all these photographs in your window.
Yes.
So what is it you do?
We are a multidiscipline consulting firm. We do engineering, surveying, architecture, and planning.
So the photographs that we see here, buildings and stuff, that's stuff that you designed?
That's stuff that the company has designed over the years, yes.
Okay. And what's the project you're working on now?
We've got a lot of them. We are engineer of record for the city of Manistee, so any of the projects that the city deemed necessary, we've been working on those, and lots of private surveys around Manistee County.
Well, I know 2 big projects in Manistee are now is the Armory. I just talked to the guy down there.
Yep.
Are you involved in that?
We are not.
And the Olson's building, new senior center.
We are involved with that. Yes.
Okay. Now you're gonna have a big meeting Monday night, I guess. Huh?
That's what we hear. Yep.
Yeah.
Should be exciting.
What else do you want to tell me?
If anybody has any questions or whatnot, our office number is 231-794-5620. Estimates are.
And what's that number again?
231-794-5620.
Okay, thank you. I'm at Service Pro, and I got a lady here. Who are you?
I'm Debbie Roan.
Come this way. Come my way. Get closer. Okay. Give me your name again.
I'm Debbie Roan. I'm the marketing representative for Surfro, Manistee.
Where are you located?
We're located, we have a place right here in Manistee. We have one in Scottville, and we also have an office in Cadillac.
Okay, and what kind of work do you do? That is, I've never watched TV.
Yes, we make it like it never even happened. We do restoration, cleanup, fire, water, mold restoration and cleanup, biohazardous cleanup, and we're also able to do the reconstruction.
Oh, okay. How big's your staff here?
Oh gosh, we continue to grow. I'm not sure right now, but we just hired 3 more people, so we're growing and they do a great job.
So if people want to work at a good job, they should come and apply?
That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so you're making what's nice about the job is you're making a difference in people's lives. You know, when you have a disaster, you're never expecting it, and we have a great qualified staff that has empathy and the talent to be able to make it like it never even happened.
Like it never happened.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing? Okay.
Thank you.
I'm in front of Manistee County Community Foundation. I got a lady here. Who are you?
I'm Laura Heinzelman. I'm the Executive Director for the Manistee County Community Foundation.
And where is the Manistee County Community Foundation?
We're located right in Manistee at the corner of 3rd and Maple. Street at 395 3rd
It's
Street.
across the street from the courthouse.
Correct.
Okay, I've been in there, I know. So what kind of services do you provide?
So we're a public nonprofit organization, and we work with donors in the community to help support community needs. We award grants and scholarships in support of community organizations and area students.
Now, what is this little survey you had me do here?
Yes.
Got all these little puffballs.
So we're conducting an informal survey and asking the community to let us know what they feel the greatest area of need is right now. And so we've been asking people to choose between 6 different broad categories, and that will help us learn more about the community needs to help inform our grant making.
Okay. We got photographs here. How big's your staff?
We have 2 staff people at this point.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hey, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm at the Alliance for Economic Success. We got a lady here. Tell me, who are you and what are you doing today?
Hi, Mike. I'm Susan Hornkle. I'm the office manager for the Alliance, and we're happy that you're here at the Business and Career Expo today. Welcome aboard.
Have you had a lot of success? Do most people know about you, or?
A lot of people have heard our name in relation to a project or a development or one thing or another, but they don't realize that we do a lot of things.
Give me an example. I see community development, business, resource development. What are some projects that we'd all be familiar with?
Well, community development, we do strategic plans, and right now we're working with the County of Manistee to update their strategic plan, which is what drives what the county does, so it's very important. Business development, we companion with Michigan Works and MEDC on business retention visits. We visit industry in our area to see what their needs are and see if we can help fill those needs with any kind of resource that they're looking for. We usually know how to connect them up with what they're looking for.
So if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you? Stop in or?
Yeah, they can drop in. We're on the corner of 3rd and Maple Street, right across from the courthouse, and our phone number is 231-723-4325. We do have a website, Alliance for Economic Success, and we can be found that way too.
Right there. I'm going to zoom in on it. Alliance for Economic Success. Is what, .com or something?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on.
I'm at Big Bear Sportsman's Club. Got a man down here representing the group. Who are you and what's going on?
Hi, I'm Bob Schulke, and I'm one of the directors of the Big Bear Sportsman's Club. I'm here with Randy Sanovic of our club.
I'm Randy Sanovic. I'm presently chair of the Sportsman's Club.
And where are you located?
We are in Calaba, right off of 9 miles, so we're 1.25 miles east of Calaba, right off of Pouston and 9 Mile Road. We have basically 77.25 acres. We
Is that where you go down the hill and that's not you?
It's all flat. That's Spirit of the Woods. Down on Coates Highway on Bear Creek.
Okay.
Yeah, nope, we're the Big Bear Sportsman's Club, so actually a lot of us used to belong there and started the Big Bear Sportsman's Club. So we've been around since about 2000. We've taught over 1,100 students hunter safety education in the last 13 years.
Hunter safety, that's important.
Very important.
Yeah.
And our focus are youth education programs. So we have youth mentor hunts, and we're giving out a scholarship. This will be our inaugural year, giving out a scholarship to a student going into environmental sciences.
Okay.
And we have a forestry class on our property.
Now, do you have events going on throughout the year?
We have events going on all year. We have a calendar of our events that can be picked up at the club or the Visitors Bureau in Manistee. They have copies of this. So we have events going on all year long, whether it's gun shows, whether it's sportsman's
I see April 15, concealed weapon permit.
Yes, we do CPL classes. We do Ladies in Lead, which is a class just for the women to teach them pistol safety.
Well, that's important. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot.
Well,
I hate that
safety is important for everyone. So yeah, we don't want any of that happening.
No.
But our club is really into being environmental stewards of the land. We're into hiking and biking and canoeing and kayaking, hunting and fishing. So we're promoting all the shooting sports. We have a pistol and rifle range. We have a 32 3D archery range. We have an indoor archery range. We also have a shotgun range that is skeet, trap, 5-stand. It's open in the summer from Thursdays to the public on Thursday evenings.
So this is kind of an alternative to, we got Manistee muzzleloaders. Are you kind of like them? But
absolutely. We're very familiar. They're a good group. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. We're familiar with Pen and Feather also down further.
Yes. And the Benzie Club and the Cadillac Club. So we're all friends.
So I imagine you all go to each other's events.
Yes.
Anytime you have a chance to shoot your rifle or something, you're going to do it.
We're going to support each other, yes.
And our clubhouse is used for weddings and memorials and special events like birthdays.
Graduation.
The Trail Committee from Manistee meets there for their monthly meetings.
Yeah.
So we're central to the Manistee County, so that brings a lot of townships to us, and we can talk to them about joining the club or using our facilities.
And we also put on a bike festival called the Big Bear Butt Cruise. That's the fourth Saturday of every August.
Like bicycle?
That's a bicycle, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's we offer 4 different routes and 8 aid stations that are fully staffed, and blueberry pancake breakfast in the morning, and we're serving.
And how long is that bike tour, or what it's called?
The Big Bear Butt Cruise. This will be our 5th year.
How many miles?
The longest route's 144 miles, all the way down to 33. So we have 4 different routes we offer.
If you had one at 3 miles, I might be interested.
Well, we probably could work that out for you, Mike.
Yeah, go out to the parking lot and back.
Absolutely, yeah.
I went 100 miles. I went 110 miles once.
Awesome.
30 years ago.
I told Bobby I favor a 1K downhill bike ride, but he says,
Big M,
go home and ride my driveway.
Why don't you go out to Big M and find a place out there, push your bike up, and then get on it and try to miss all the trees coming down.
And maybe somebody will drive them up there, right?
Yeah.
So and we're about recycling. One of the things our club does, these are corn-based cups, spoons, knives, and forks, developed at Michigan State. They are totally compostable. In 8 weeks, they will compost.
So if I dug a little hole in my backyard, put that out there,
come 8 weeks, they'd be gone.
Okay, that's something. Okay, well, hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome, Mike. Have a great day.
Looking at the big old indoor waterfalls here at the lobby. Until next time, this is Mike Tillison at the Little River Casino. I was here for the Expo. You have a good day. This is called the Chase. A couple sheep. They're chased by 3 wolves.
Why don't we get started? Let's begin with a prayer. Dear God, as we come together today, we give you thanks for the good gifts you give us. We ask for your guidance in our lives, and we pray that your love would live amongst us. Amen. Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ed's got several really good questions on energy that he wants to touch base with. No, really, they're good questions, and I do want to touch base on those. I jotted down a few things that I would like to touch on as we go forward. In retrospect, looking at the 6 years that I was there, there was a lot of positive stuff that happened, some stuff that's not so positive, and some stuff that didn't happen that most people aren't aware of that was good that they didn't happen. And I'll start with that because several of you that have heard me talk before at tea parties and various meetings are already aware of the fact what you don't see sometimes are really what's happening that's good with the legislature. What we stop oftentimes you will never know about, you never see, because they never reach the board for a vote. And they seldom get talked about. But they come out of committee, they come to the floor, and a pretty fierce battle of representatives who are somewhat conservative generally are able to stop some really bad stuff. And there's some of it is not really bad. Some of it is just weird. I remember stopping regulations governing primates and allowing them in homes and stuff, and regulating the use of primates. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's monkeys. And what the heck are we doing regulating that kind of stuff at the state level? You know, why do we have to go there? So that was one of the bills that we actually stopped. You know, the regulation. I mean, we're regulating everything from our toilets to our showers and everything else. You know, we have plenty of regulation. But those are the kind of things that we stopped. Last term, we stopped some of the criminal justice reform because, quite frankly, it was a shift in tax and responsibility of criminal justice from the state down to the local levels. The one that just passed does some of that, but it's not near as bad as what we had when it was in front of us last term. We've also stopped P3s more than once. P3s are public-private partnerships. Now, there's some folks that think those are a great thing. That's a way of financing public works. Quite frankly, from our point of view as a conservative, and I think many in this room would agree, we don't want the government, the state of Michigan, partnering with private enterprise. By its very nature, it picks winners and losers. That's not the way you get efficient operation and things done in the most efficient way. So that language is coming through again, so beware of it. They're still trying to get it passed. And some of the things that's in there are very problematic. They allow to the creation of an authority who has the authority to create another authority. And now you're talking about, you know, no oversight, 3 layers deep. It's a problem. Not only that, but that third authority has the right to condemn property and take on loans and charge tolls and fees and all of the rest of it without really having a voice of the public. Those are the kind of things that get hid in feel-good things that are P3s. Okay, so you be aware of it, watch out for it. But once again, how many in this room have ever heard of that actually getting to the legislature? Anybody?
Yeah.
Very few, because it's one of the things we stopped before it actually got through committee. So my point is, a lot of what is good that got stopped, the good work that we did stopping legislation is every bit as important as what we did get passed. And there's some stuff that got passed that I wasn't in favor of, obviously. I voted no on some 350 different pieces of legislation over the 6 years against the majority, which was, as I recall, second highest on the Republican side. But there's a reason for that. and I'm not just trying to be contrarian or something like that. There was fundamental principles involved that I believe took priority. And so I spent my time doing those kind of battles. I wasn't very successful, obviously. Those are 350 some times that legislation got passed, quite frankly, over my no votes. Doesn't surprise me. But that's the way it goes. You're there to do the battle and try to do what you think is right. And so be it. But we did have much success, as many of you have heard me talk about before. Michigan's turned around. We took some real tough votes early on the Michigan business tax and on some other stuff. Got things changed, reformed welfare, put on 48-month limits. We reformed food stamps and ended up taking some 36,000 people off of food stamps that quite frankly didn't belong on those, so that we'd have those for the people that actually needed them. We reformed unemployment compensation. We significantly eliminated about $1.2 billion in unemployment debt to the federal government, which took a load off of many of our employers. We reformed personal property tax. So Michigan's in a great position to grow, and we're in a good position if the president goes through with his tax cuts and we start seeing the nationwide economy start to blossom. Michigan's in a great position. Our credit rating has been upgraded twice. We have money in our strategic fund that we didn't have before. We have balanced budgets in advance. The budgets are done well in advance of the time limits. And they're no longer worrying about whether or not these budgets were balanced. This last budget that we just finished, the last budget year, was just shy of $500 million in surplus, over and above our balanced budget that we proposed. We came in with an additional nearly $500 million. That's from economic growth. So those are the things that we've been through. All right, so let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on right now. Several questions have arisen about the income tax vote on the House floor. Obviously, I wasn't a part of that, but I was involved. I found out early on that some of the people involved in this were voting no, and did what I could to encourage them to vote yes. Some did, few didn't, and that vote went up on the board. One of the few times you'll ever see a vote go on the board and end up being a no, not passing. It's incredibly rare. And quite frankly, from my point of view, good for the speaker for putting it up. Because quite frankly, we need to know who's not supporting an income tax rollback. Now, their argument is, where's the money going to come from? You got to make cuts and slashes and everything else. I beg to differ. As I said earlier, we ended up with nearly $500 million in surplus in our budget, which more than would have offset any kind of tax cut that was being phased in for the first year. And if you look at history, invariably, every time, tax cuts generate more revenue. And I'm not just speculating, we're pulling that out of the air. And I won't go back to Van Buren and Taylor and their tax cuts, or their tariff cuts. But if you go back to Coolidge, his cuts and reforms gave us the roaring 20s. Okay? You go back to FDR at the end of, or towards the middle of World War II, it was his capital gains tax cuts and business tax cuts that stimulated the engine of the democracy and created enormous amounts of warfare production and staved off a recession that would have almost assuredly happened once all the soldiers returned from war. It didn't happen because they were still enjoying the benefits of those tax cuts in the mid-40s, 44, 45, 46. Okay? Then you go forward to the 60s, and it was Kennedy's tax cuts that lifted all ships and generated more revenue for the country. Move forward to Ronald Reagan, and he doubled revenue to the federal government with his tax cuts. Doubled revenue. Unfortunately, our Congress saw that prosperity and spent it faster than it came in. But he doubled revenue. Move forward to George W. Bush. George W. Bush's tax cuts in his first couple of years offset a $1 trillion plus recession from the impacts on 9/11 and the tech bubble that burst in the late 1990s. Those tax cuts we did the same thing at the state level. Governor Engler has instituted tax cuts and some reforms early on in his administration, and by the end of his administration, we had significant additional revenue, and they started spending, which we always seem to do. Ended up going into recession, and then we had a lost decade. It's Snyder's tax cuts, their business tax cuts, that generated the additional revenue able to expand our economy. It was the elimination of the PPT that helped generate $500 million in additional revenue to the state this last current year. How many times do we have to hear that lesson before we learn it? So for them not to put up a tax cut that would have almost assuredly, I guarantee you, would have generated additional revenue to this state, was disappointing. But that's the history of the battle that goes on. Immigration's become kind of a big issue, and I was a little bit shocked at our current representation. I was at a farmers meeting where the senator from this area made a point of saying that Governor Snyder and he supported additional influx of Syrian refugees because we need to grow our economy and our population in the state of Michigan, and they saw that as the way of doing that. I was greatly disappointed. Quite frankly, I don't see that as the way to grow our population in a reasonable and responsible way. But that was his position. So you know where the governor's at on that, and you're going to have to act accordingly. Criminal justice reform, and I talked about that briefly. We stopped it the first time around last term. It did get passed this term. I am fearful for some of the repercussions of the criminal justice reform. May have some good stuff in it, but when you look deeper into it, I think it's problematic. For example, under most circumstances, somebody who has violated their probation, the maximum penalty for them, under most circumstances, not all, the maximum penalty is 30 days. It doesn't seem like a reasonable penalty for violation of your probation. That takes away incentives for performing right. It also has a way of letting unhealthy, aged criminals out of prison early and expedited their release. For example, capital punishment criminals and things like that, if they're having health care issues, so that they're not a burden on the criminal justice system or the Department of Corrections. Well, where do you think they're going to go? They're going to be a burden on our health care system through DHHS, of course. So the state isn't going to eliminate that burden. They're just shifting it, quite frankly. And then there's some other issues with separating out youthful offenders, age 18 to 22. That's going to be problematic for our local jails. And they're generally shifting most of corrections reforms from the state level Department of Corrections down to the counties. And it's a way to cut the corrections budget. Everybody's in favor of cutting the budget. I don't think corrections is the right place to do it. That's my opinion. People may differ from that, and that's fine. But I think corrections has a responsibility, and it's something that, quite frankly, I think is important. No-fault insurance, we may see that come up again, and I say may. I don't want you to raise your hopes. We've talked about this several times in this group. I seriously doubt that you will be able to see no-fault reform. We do not have enough Republicans willing to take the stance to reform what I would contend is the worst insurance system in the country. We are the only one in that position that has unlimited, uncapped, and uncontrolled auto insurance. The other states aren't even close. I mean, it's not even close. And people say we're out there leading the country. We're not leading, we're out on a limb.
We're leading the country in cost of auto insurance.
Without question, by far. To give you just an example of how bad the circumstances are, they would not accept a $5 million cap on PIP, personal injury payments. $5 million. The next closest state is New Jersey with a $50,000 cap. We tried to get a $5 million cap and it was rejected. And it's our fault. It's Republicans' fault. Because I don't expect ever to see a Democrat on this. And if we can't pass that reform, and that's the only reform that I still contend that we haven't really tackled or done anything with since I started. Now, some of you have heard this story before, and I'll repeat it just so everybody knows the story behind it. Those Republicans that are voting against this are mostly Southeast Michigan Republicans. And what they're doing is voting their constituents. Make no mistake about it. Southeast Michigan is the mecca for closed head injury, spinal cord immobilizations, physical therapy, all of the repercussions of car accidents. Because we have no caps and no controls, they can charge whatever they want, and the best and the brightest of the entire country settled in Southeast Michigan. Those are the constituents of those Republicans, and those Republicans that are fighting this are listening to their constituents. Make no mistake. Unfortunately, the rest of us are paying the freight for it. And as everybody knows, there's only 13 reps in all of northern Michigan. Macomb County has 13 reps all by itself. We can't overrule it. So, while I've talked to the speaker, he says they're going to try to move some modest, no-fault reform. Please don't hold your breath. Today they passed out the legislative and governor's transparency package. We looked at this last year, or last term, which was late last year. It looks good. For many, it feels good. But in reality, I don't think you're going to see much difference or much change. There may be a few things in the governor's office that will be forced to be coming through, but you can't FOIA constituents issue things. You can't FOIA conferences on pending legislation. You still can't FOIA a lot of items. Is it better than it was? Yeah, it's a little bit better than it was as far as transparency. Does it go all the way to full disclosure of everything? Not really, and I think that's unrealistic, to be honest with you. It's just not going to happen. So, basically, those were the key items I wanted to touch base on. And before I open it up for questions, a little bit about what I've been doing. Jennifer keeps me very busy, as most of you know. This week alone, I'll make 3 trips over to Ogama County. I have already filed for the Senate seat for this district, the 35th district, and we've been working very hard, getting to know the county representatives, the township representatives, the GOP party chairs, county parties. I've been working that throughout the entire 12 county district, 12 counties. So it's a very large area. It almost goes to the other coast, and so we've been busy. I was in Misaki, Ogama, and Roscommon this week alone. And I will be going back to Ogama tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and also on Sunday at 4 p.m. for spaghetti dinner. So, those of you that don't know where Ogama is, it's all the way over here. It's about 2.5 hours. So we've been very busy, and we will keep going that way. I know it's a long way out for many, but primary is in 17 months. And this will be a primary race. The likely opponent is from Misaki County. And this will be a very, not contentious, this will be a hard-fought primary race. And basically the difference from myself and the other individual is a voting record. And that's what we're going to talk about, because there is significant difference between our voting records. And I'll rest on that any day of the week. So that's what we've been doing. With that, Ed, let's start with some of your questions.
We ain't got enough time.
It went through the House of unanimous. It'll fly through the Senate, and I suspect it'll be on the governor's desk very quickly, and he will sign it. I think he will sign it. Now, I hear rumors that the Senate won't take it up, but I'd be shocked if they did.